to sign that bill right away, so the money should start flowing very soon, George.
And it's going to go to individuals. You have the extension of unemployment, those direct checks. Now, this fund for the businesses, though, is going to now come with some real strings attached.
It does. One of the Democrats' major sticking points was that there is a $500 billion, $500 billion bailout bill for those big businesses hit very hard. Democrats wanted transparency on that. They got it. An oversight committee.
Checks are on the way. Many Americans can now qualify and receive additional holiday relief this month in the form of a stimulus check, everybody. And so now you guys are going to have to take action pretty fast in order to qualify automatically for this relief stimulus check. The lawmakers have already set a deadline as to when you should apply and receive this financial assistance, and so be sure to continue watching because you don't want to miss out on this important information. Now, almost half of the states have sent stimulus checks in 2022, and while these states' payments are generally not as big as the stimulus checks paid by the federal government, they can still be an important source of additional support for families dealing with high inflation and other economic hardships. And as the year winds down, most state stimulus payments have already been paid to eligible residents, and there are a few states where payments will continue in December. It's particularly helpful for qualified recipients who have extra expenses at the end of the year or during the holidays. Residents of Jacksonville have only a couple of days left to submit their applications in order to receive the stimulus cash they should get. Both through the city's Emergency Rental Assistance Program, and it aims to help residents who lost income due to the crisis and the tough times. The program has already more than $3 million available to be dispersed to eligible people, and distributing more than $60 million since its creation in March 2021. So far, nearly 2,000 people had already applied for the program, and according to state officials, the money is first come, first served. But everybody, the priority is given to thousands of households with incomes that fall below 50% of the area's median income, or to those who have been unemployed for at least 90 days. Eligible households could receive money to help pay for up to 12 months of past due rent and utility bills. The money is available through the city's emergency rental assistance, and now nearly 2,000 people had already applied. According to officials, the money is first come, first served, and eligible people just have 12 months left to get the stimulus cash into their bank accounts. Families are really definitely considered if they meet the certain income levels that fall below 80% of the median income. And so far, teachers in Arkansas will receive a one-time bonus check of $1,500 in just a couple of days, just in time for holiday season. It's because the bonus checks, which are designed to provide relief to veteran teachers who work during the tough times, were applied in May by the school board and are set to be delivered by December and by the end of the year. So if you live in Arkansas and you're a teacher, you'll be getting stimulus money that you deserve. And the bonuses will go to teachers and select teachers in the school system. Not everybody gets the cash because the bonus checks are designed to provide relief to veteran teachers. Some residents of Rhode Island will be getting payments from the state government in the form of a child tax credit rebate. That pay family is up to $250 per child for up to 3 children. An announcement from the state of Rhode Island and the governor in the Rhode Island state. They issued payments a week ago, and now people are getting stimulus cash, and now they will be dispersed to qualified tax filers over the next several weeks. But you guys should know that the rebates are part of the fiscal year 2023 budget. It was signed by the McKee governor and also approved by the General Assembly. The rebates are available to Rhode Island residents, making up to $100,000 a year, and for individual filers, and $200,000 for joint filers. Payments will be sent automatically. The Child Tax Rebate Program allows the state to distribute over $40 million in direct deposit support, specifically to people who are suffering the most. And that means the governor also said, "We know the costs are rising nationwide, and that's why Rhode Island is continuing to step up and provide relief on utility prices, small business taxes, and everyday cost." So I definitely agree with this, folks, and I believe it's good for our President Biden to do more for the people and sending out stimulus payments. It's good to see, and I hope President Biden does more like this.
But if you just can look back on your decades in leadership, how do you want your legacy, your time serving in leadership to be remembered?
Well, that's a whole subject. Perhaps I'll close with that, but nothing in any of the years that I was there compares to the Affordable Care Act, expanding health care to tens of millions more Americans, 150 million families having better benefits, lower cost, and no pre-existing condition risking their access, and no lifetime limits. Being a woman, no longer a pre-existing condition. So that really was central because it's a health issue. It's an economic issue, a financial health issue for families. and it's a values issue for our country. So that, for me, was the highlight. The fact that it took inside-outside mobilization, as I mentioned about the LGBTQ issues, was demonstrated also at my unveiling of the portrait yesterday. Is that what you call it, unveiling? And when our guest spoke about what it meant to her to have a child with disabilities, $3 million in the first 6 months of her life for the care that she needed, but with the knowledge that all the other care that would be needed would not be subject to federal, to insurance company limits, and she would not be charged with a pre-existing condition. So again, what we do together, the country, we had 10,000, of which the little lobbyist, and that's what she was representing, 10,000 events in the country in support of saving the Affordable Care Act. So
Biden is now holding meetings with top lawmakers from both parties to discuss the next fourth stimulus package. The administration is also removing a few provisions from the new social spending bill, but this change could affect many Social Security recipients. Social Security provides benefits to seniors across a wide range of income levels. In fact, it's possible to have a $3 million income in retirement, but still collect Social Security. But some lawmakers may be looking to change that by imposing a system of means testing for Social Security purposes. Here's how that would work. Social Security is facing a serious financial shortfall in the not-so-distant future. Recently, its trustees projected that the program's trust funds will be out of money by 2035. Once that happens, benefit cuts will be a distinct possibility unless lawmakers manage to find a way to pump more money into Social Security. One such option to achieve that goal is means testing. Means testing is the concept of distributing benefits to retirees based on your needs. Now, there are different ways that means testing could play out. Lawmakers could decide that seniors above a certain income level might see their Social Security benefits reduced, or they might decide that higher earning seniors cannot receive Social Security at all. Social Security cannot sustain benefits at their current level if lawmakers don't find a way to address its anticipated financial shortfall. Means testing and reducing benefits for higher earners is one solution that could help solve the issue, at least to some degree, but it's not the one that likely is going to be sitting well with people. And now President Biden's American Rescue Plan is perhaps the most significant legislative accomplishment in his first year and a half in office. The sweeping $1.9 trillion crisis relief bill was also at the center of debate over inflation. The White House maintains that the bill was essential to ushering in the economic recovery, and Biden recently dismissed the notion that his relief plan fueled increases in prices. In fact, economists concede that the $2 trillion bill did contribute to inflation. The crisis-related supply chain issues